Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate that. Next up is my review of Truberbrook. Now, Truberbrook is a point-and-click adventure game that is definitely inspired by classics like The Secret of Monkey Island and other point-and-click adventure games. And what's apparent is that the game has a very distinct art style. The developer claims that they have made a bunch of scale models that were then scanned with a 3D scanner, and in post-production they added a bunch of digital characters. And I have to say, the result is quite impressive. There's a real sense of depth in the graphics, and overall the graphics look really fantastic and atmospheric, I have to say. Now in this game you play this dorky student. I think his name is Hans Tannenbaum, who investigates a strange phenomenon in a little German town. It's a really silly plot that is basically a mixture of, well, let's just say like a mystery with some X-Files and something like that. And it makes little sense. It's just a reason to throw you in a bunch of random situations, it seems. So the writing isn't very coherent, and it seems like this was made in a rush somehow. It's just very... It feels rushed in a way. Also, the delivery of the voices is kind of dry in this game. Now, what's good about this game is that it has a very intuitive UI, or interface, so to speak. The interface gives you a bunch of icons that you can use to look at things, to interact and speak with characters, or to interact with anything that's in the environment. So those are the three things you can do. It is very simple to use, and every location has a bunch of items you probably want to pick up in order to progress. So this game doesn't shower you with a whole bunch of items that you gotta stack in your inventory, and you just don't know what to do with these items. The puzzles themselves are a bit of a mixed bag. I mean, some of the puzzles make sense given the situation you're in. So when you are in this situation, right, and it's just one screen, you can pick up a bunch of items, you can use them in the environment, and it's quite easy. It's a really easy way of solving a challenge, basically. But other times the game gives you a very vague direction, especially when you're in the town and you need to find a bunch of things and bring them together. Then there's a whole bunch of screens you need to go through, and it's very easy to miss a very little item that you might need to progress. So there's a bunch of pixel hunting involved, and again, if you miss an item, then you're pretty much screwed, and all that's left is just wandering around looking for things you might have overlooked, and that adds to the frustration. So yeah, I think that's a really bad game design decision, basically. You don't want your players to walk around aimlessly without having a clue or anything. Sure, you can look it up on the internet, look at a walkthrough and continue, but if you want to play this on a hardcore level where you just want to find things out for yourself, you're in for a bunch of frustration. But in the end, I have to say, this is quite a charming adventure. They try to put in some humor. I mean, it's not laughing out loud stuff, but it's still kind of funny here and there, and especially the dialogues. So overall, it's a friendly and harmless adventure game. There are better adventure games out there, but if you can get this thing on sale, then you'll probably have, I think, around 5 to 6 hours fun with it. So thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.
Glory. I need to be on my...
Until next time.